Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Terri. It's my granddaughter Alanna, who you've met before. We're going to get busy today and make those carrot cake cupcakes that we promised everybody in one of the last videos we did, where we were making chocolate zucchini bread.
Yeah.
And it was delicious. But this recipe came from a member of our family, Anne, my cousin's daughter, and her daughters are the same age as Alanna, and they love these carrot cake cupcakes, and they have cream cheese icing, and it's to die for. And we did make them on Monday, just 12 of them, and they're pretty much all gone because everybody loved them. So we've decided that we would share the recipe with you guys and make double the batch. So we're going to make close to 24 today because everybody wants some. So we'll be back. We're going to get our aprons on and we're going to get busy mixing up the dry ingredients. So we'll see you again in a few minutes.
Bye.
Okay, I'm back with my apron on. My helper is working on her, playing with her tablet. Apparently that's more interested in making these muffins. She'll be back in a minute. We started with the dry ingredients, mixing them up. Called for 1 cup of flour. I'm doing double, so it's 2 cups of flour. And it calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So I'm doing 1.5 cups of sugar. Now, the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon I've put in here, but I'm doing double. So we're gonna go with 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. It also calls for 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm gonna put in 2 of the baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I'll put in 1 teaspoon of the baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'll make it 1/2 teaspoon. My helper's back, and now you want to sift those dry ingredients.
That's easy.
I know. It is, isn't it? How about we just go like this? Now it's getting kind of full. Let's go like this. And so now what we need to do is we need to run out to the garden and fetch some carrots. Now, when we made these muffins, cupcakes, if you call them muffins or cupcakes,
Yeah.
On Monday, to make 1 batch, it needed 1.5 cups of grated carrots. And it took 2 large carrots to make that 1.5 cups of packed grated carrots. So we're gonna run out to the garden and we're gonna have to get at least 4 or 5 carrots. So we're gonna run out and do that. We can take you along with us while we pull out those carrots and see what's out there. What?
And you can also put a cherry on top.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A cherry on top of the carrot?
Just like I got an ice cream.
Oh, you mean after it's been iced and then you could stick a cherry on?
Yeah.
Good idea. Blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any cherries. Oh well, we'll see how that goes.
You can put a cherry on
Let's
top.
go get those carrots.
Around.
Okay, here we are at the carrot patch. You pulling?
Oh my god!
That's great.
This is gonna be good.
Okay, keep pulling. We need more.
Okay.
Which other ones have you got there?
Here. This one.
We've loosened some.
Mm.
Ooh, wow. Okay, that's 2. They're pretty darn big. You got another one down there?
Yeah.
All right.
That one has 2 ends.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit crooked there. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll grab a couple more and then we'll head back in the house. We'll wash them all off first, and then take them in and grate them. Carrots are in the sink, and we're gonna clean them up, and I guess we better peel them, hey, before we grate them. So we're back in from the garden. My helper has again left me for her tablet. But she'll be back once she hears me grating. So, you know, trying new recipes is always an experiment on how things can be made easier. For instance, 1.5 cups of grated carrots. It was fine last time I made them when I only made 1 time the recipe. And I grated the carrots just with my grater quickly, my hand grater. But you know, I'll show you, I'll grab there's 1 muffin left. I'm going to cut it open and see if you can see how coarse the carrot is in there when it's just been grated. This is one of these delicious muffin cupcakes from Monday left. And I didn't do them with the oil in the muffin tins. I actually did them with the paper liners. And we'll just cut that in half. I guess it's not too coarse. you know, you can see the carrot in there. But you know, I think it would make my life a lot easier if I actually, instead of grating them, like I did Monday, I actually brought out the big guns and used my food processor. Make it a lot faster. So I'm going to get busy and slice these a bit thinner. You see what this comes out to? Long pieces. Whereas a couple that I just did try in here, they're more shreddy. Hope you can see that. So these are quite coarse using the grater, and these are more shredded. So I think I'm just going to do them all in the food processor, and I'll get busy and start doing that and show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, using the food processor to shred these carrots was a lot faster job. I mean, I have to clean up the food processor after. I have to clean up the grater too, but when you're doing a whole bunch of carrots, it was faster. And as I've told people before, I do have a brand new food processor, which I haven't even tried yet because I still like using my old one. It seemed to be slowing down. It was just a bit gummed up, and we saw them on sale and bought another one. But you know what? This one's working just great. I'll keep using it till it doesn't run anymore. Anyway, I've got to measure out 3 cups of these now. It calls for 1.5 cups of the carrots. And I'm doing double, so 3 cups. So I've got 1 cup, 2 cups. I think I'm probably going to run out and have to get at least 1 more carrot out of the garden. So we'll carry on with that, and I'll be back when I've got those all done. And I'll show you when I add the oil and the eggs and mix it all together. Okay, I'm back with another carrot. Probably, it's a little misleading. I probably would have had enough if I hadn't have, because I need to just fill that one up for a 3rd cup. If I hadn't let her eat one. But she enjoyed it, so we'll get busy and finish shredding this one up and carry on. Okay, we have got the 3 cups of the grated carrots. Calls for 2/3 of a cup of oil to be mixed in. So double is 1 1/3 cups. We'll just do 1 more third here. 2/3 and 2/3. 1 1/3. Yeah. Good. Learning math while we cook. Okay, so we have 1 1/3 cups of the oil, and we're going to mix the carrots into the oil, and then I'm going to beat up these eggs while she's not here because you know she doesn't like the noise, and I don't know where your headphones went. And so after we have those eggs beaten up separately, because the carrots and the oil, you slowly add the flour.
Oops, I forgot to close the door.
You forgot to close the door. It's okay. All right, you're back.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better. Okay, so, where were we? 3 cups of the carrots shredded, and 1 1/3 cups of the oil. And we have all the dry ingredients here, and then it calls for 2 eggs, and I'm putting in 4. Would you
What about this?
Just hold on. All right, are you going to use it without your headphones? And we'll look for them in a minute. It calls for 2 eggs. I'm putting in 4, but they're kind of small eggs. They're not from Chris and Shauna's. I ended up having to buy them up at Costco, actually, and they're kind of small. For free run organic. So I'm going to put in 5. And then once those eggs are beaten and everything, before I mix everything together, I'm going to turn on the oven and get it heated up. And I am going to line 24 of these muffin pans with the paper liners, which actually I'm going to get Alanna to do. And she can I can pull apart and she can line them all, so that they're easier to give to people when they're in a paper cup. So we'll get busy doing that. All right. Are you going to get headphones so you can beat the eggs?
Yeah.
We'll go look for those. Okay. Okay, my helper has deserted me again. She's out in the yard. I just looked out there. She's eating the last of the blueberries off the bushes. And then she'll probably be eating some of the kale, and then she might move on to carrots, though she's had quite a few carrots since we've been grating them and she's been eating them. So in the grated carrots and oil mix, it says to slowly add the dry ingredients and mix the dry ingredients into this oil carrot mixture. Oh, you're back. You have a good time out there?
Mm-hmm.
I saw you were eating, what have you got in there? Blueberries?
Yeah.
Oh, the pink bubblegum blueberries?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're a little bit later than the other ones, so they're getting all ripe, eh? So we're gonna mix in slowly the dry ingredients. And then, once that's mixed in, it says to add the beaten egg and just mix it about 15 times, no more than 15 times, just to mix the egg in. Don't over mix. I see you're closing that door. Oh, you're putting the screen. Okay, great, thank you. So that mixed up with just the dry ingredients, the carrots and the oil, makes quite a thick batter actually, but it gets a lot better once I add the eggs. Okay, I just poured all the egg into there. Would you like to go close that door, please? Someone's pressure washing out there.
Mm-hmm. But you're still on.
I know I'm still on, yes. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna gently fold this egg mixture into here. 4, 5, 6.
There.
Oops. Here, just hold on. 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty much done.
Oh.
Oh, looks good, eh? Okay, and then we're gonna get busy and bring these muffin pans back over and start filling them. 2/3 full. Now last time, I didn't fill them over full, but I only got 11. It said 12. So this time I've only filled 22 of the muffin pans. So we'll see how that goes. And it's kind of nice when you put so much cream cheese on that they're not so high that they're just all smooth and flat. So, okay, we'll get busy and start loading them in the muffin pan. Yes, yes. And you're over there eating the other muffin from the other day, one of the last ones left, eh? Good girl. Okay, here we are. Muffin cups are all full. Now the recipe said it makes 12, so you'd expect double, it'd be 24. But when I made them the other day, I only got 11. Today I was hoping to get 22. But you know, I didn't really fill them any fuller than 2/3 full. I don't know, maybe a little bit more. But I only got 21. So there's 21. So that's okay. They'll be a nice good size. And I'm gonna pop those in the oven. It says 350. 13 minutes, 13 to 15 minutes. I had them 15 minutes last time at 350. You know, a lot of muffin recipes are 375 for 20 minutes. So seriously, 350, not the 15 minutes. I'm gonna put them in for 20 and I'll check them and see if they don't need another 5 minutes. They might even need 25 minutes. But anyway, I'm gonna pop them in and put the timer on for 20 minutes and see how they are. Well, I'm just cleaning up here. Getting some things clean so I can move on to the cream cheese icing. I've got to say that this cream cheese icing is one of the best I've ever had, actually. Well, I don't hardly ever make cream cheese icing, but I do love it when I buy it on things. So I think this recipe will be a favorite on a lot of recipes in the future that I decide to add icing to, that I will use the cream cheese recipe. Though the carrot muffins are excellent as well. So I'm going to clean up and get to that. One of the reasons I decided to do a double batch today was because when I made them on Monday and I made the amount of the icing for them, there was a lot left over. I mean, how thick can you put that cream cheese icing on? And so I decided that if I did a double batch of the muffins today, I would in actual fact have enough icing left over with this batch that I'd be able to do twice as many, because it calls for half of an 8-ounce package of the cream cheese, which is 250 milliliters. So half. So I still have half left. So I'm going to get that ready and cleaned up, and I'll show you how that icing gets made in just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to take a quick look in this oven here. 20 minutes has gone by. What do you guys think? I poked in a toothpick and they seem just about done. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close this oven, make sure that's at 350. And then I'm going to turn that oven off, and I'm going to let them sit for another 5 minutes. Just cook a little bit longer. Okay, they're out of the oven. They look lovely. And they'll probably, when they cool, go down. Of course, we can't ice them till they're totally cool, because the cream cheese, or any kind of icing really, if you ice them when they were still warm, would just melt. Wouldn't look very good. So we just got to wait till they're totally cooled. And now we're going to get on to making this cream cheese icing. All right, here we go with this cream cheese icing. Now, I'm just going to make the recipe for 12 muffins that it called for. But you know, I had an awful lot left over, which I'll show you in just a minute. So this is half of an 8-ounce or 250 milliliter package. And then it calls for, what does it say? 4 tablespoons of butter, which is 1/4 cup. 16 tablespoons in a cup. So 1/4 cup would be 4. There we go. So that's pretty soft. I might just put it in the microwave and soften it for the equivalent of 1 stick of butter, and just see if it comes out just a wee bit softer. All right, to get it to the consistency and softness that I wanted, I actually had to do it as 2 sticks of butter. I did it twice as 1 stick actually, so that so it was soft enough. And then it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Just about out of this vanilla. Hopefully we'll get to Mexico this winter and be able to stock up on Mexican vanilla. So I'm going to do that, mix that up, and then I'm going to start sifting. It says 2+ cups of the icing sugar. You know, you just keep adding it until it gets to the consistency that you'd like to spread it. So we'll work on that. I'll beat in the vanilla, and then I'll start measuring out the icing sugar. All right, the icing's mixed up, and I ended up putting in about 3 cups of the icing sugar to make it to this consistency that I like. That'll spread nice. Whatever your preference is. And this is how much was left over from the batch on Monday. So there's quite a lot of that left. So if I mix it all together, it'll be plenty enough to do those 21 cupcakes over there. So I'm just going to leave that for right now and let those really cool off. And then we'll get back to it and show you how we're going to ice them. So here we be, icing cupcakes. Put a little bit on like this. Turn the spoon over. Now, some of the things show that you can pipe it in a bag, an icing bag and a tip, and do it. And I did some on Monday like that. But you know what? It's just as easy to go around like this, put it on as thick as you like, smooth it all around, and swirl it. Nice and thick with cream cheese. There we be. Getting a little tray full here. She's got her own tray happening to take home. They're gonna really like cream cheese at her house. There you go. I'm sure your dad will like that one. Keep on going. Okay. We'll carry on and keep icing and show you when we're all done. Okay. Are we all done? Yes, we are. Everything's iced. And even after all that, there's still this much icing left. So I think maybe in another week or so, I'll make just a carrot cake and ice it with cream cheese icing. So there's lots of that icing left. Okay, so we're all done. These are mine, iced. I know some people might want to put this icing an inch high, but you know, I think that's plenty. And then Missy over here decorated all hers herself, and she got the icing on very nicely. These are for her to take home to her parents. And she decided that she wanted to decorate the member with cherries, but I don't have cherries.
Yeah.
And so she went out and picked. And what did you go out and pick?
It's kind of like pink bubble gum.
It's called pink bubble gum, isn't it? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Blueberries, pink blueberries. And she has decorated hers to take home. So they look very lovely. Okay, so we're all done. Another project that we wanted to get done. And school starts next week.
Yep.
So you'll be back at school.
And my brother's just going to daycare just today.
As of today, so we didn't have him.
First day today.
First day today.
Yeah.
For him to go to daycare. And so he seemed to like it.
I hope he does.
I hope so. With all those other little children running around, 1-year-olds. Okay, so we're going to say goodbye, aren't we? You can stop eating the blueberries, pink ones now. And we'll say goodbye. You guys take care. Stay safe. Bye, Grandpa. Bye, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh no, we forgot to thank Anne and Silver and Scarlett for giving us this great carrot recipe and with the cream cheese icing. We forgot to thank them. Thank you guys for sending that to us. We really appreciate it and love the recipe. And hopefully you'll be able to get together and have a play date soon. We'll see how this COVID mess turns out with fall starting and school. We'll see. Okay, you guys take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.